Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner and Pokemon. Yes, it's the rare Pokemon TCG video. This is actually a little bit overdue. I've been meaning to make a video of something about the game. It's just I really haven't been giving it a whole lot of attention, although I've had renewed interest when this set came out, Roaring Skies, as it's got Rayquaza in it, and well, Rayquaza is kind of one of my more favorite Pokemon. It's probably my favorite legendary. So I figure, you know what, I'll get a box of the new set and crack it open and we will just see what we get. And while I do that, I will talk about some of the more interesting things I guess that happened. Mainly, I was going to do a video talking about the ban off to Lysandra's Jump Card, but I was like, everyone else has kind of done that, so this is my excuse to talk about that while covering something else. So yeah, for those who don't follow the game too closely or may not have heard, one of the cards released in the more recent set called Lysandra's Trump Card is going to be banned. And and Rayquaza's Spirit Link. Colorless Pokemon are really good in this set. And Rayquaza's kind of really good. Anyway, Lysandra's Trump Card is going to be banned as of June 15th. Well, the card is kinda degenerate. Ooh, Salamence. Dragons are in the set too, which is another reason why I like it. But yeah, the card's kinda degenerate. Its effect is you shuffle all cards from both players' drop zone, graveyard, discard pile into the deck except itself, which is really stupid strong. Like, on one hand, it also is also disruptive because there are decks out there that operate off of the drop zone, and I see an EX, and it is a Shaman EX, one of the money cards in the deck set. Pre-Lysandra's ban, this thing was going for about $30, maybe more, and a Gallade Spirit Link. Gallade's not that amazing. Ultra Ball reprint is always nice. Ooh. Okay, I can't really complain too much about this box. But yeah, Lysandra's Trump Card would allow you to just shuffle everything in the graveyard back into the deck, which hurts decks like Flareon and Night March a fair bit because they needed cards in the graveyard to use their effects. But the other reason why, the main reasons why it got banned though, and why it's going to be banned, Skyfield. I'm just going to talk about some of the support in a bit, but the reason why Lysandra's Trump Card got banned too was because of this set and then some of the new cards available. It was getting to the point where basically decks would play a whole bunch of regular trainer cards to speed through their deck, and then when they get close to decking out, you'd use Lysandra's Trump Card to shuffle everything back in and just keep going. Like, remember how any Mega Man Battle Network players out there may know about Trainer's Mail. That's a good card. Battle Network players may be familiar with the card called, the chip called Folder Back. That's basically what this thing was. And it had gotten so powerful, it was to the point where even decks like Flareon and Night March were starting to run this thing so they could recycle all the cards in their deck. And I see a Gallade EX. Okay. And we see a half art. It's a new type of art. Skyfield. Yeah, I got the Spirit Link for this guy too. Let's take a look at this guy. So, why these two cards are good. Man, I am improving the hell out of this. So Gallade EX, he has only one attack. It's Unwavering Blade, 2 Psychic, and a colorless, 110, and then it does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. It's pretty decent spread, but Psychic's kind of underwhelming at the moment outside of a couple decks. And then Shaman is stupid good. Its effect is when you play this on your bench, you draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. It's exactly like Uxie from back during SP format. And his other effect is for a double colorless. You can do 30 damage and bounce him and all cards attached to the hand, which has some niche uses. And then as far as these cards go, these are called half arts. They're kind of they're just better versions of certain cards. They have special effects called traits. These are not actual abilities, so they can't be cancelled out by Garbodor. And they're unique to some Pokemon, like this one's called Delta Plus. Let's see if I can zoom in on here. It's not gonna work. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by a damage from an attack of this Pokemon, you take one prize card. So it gives you the Lugia EX Overpower skill, but it's not as an actual skill. And Trainer's Mail is look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal one trainer card you find, put it into your hand, and shuffle the other cards back into the deck. So it's a pot of duality for trainers, except there's no restrictions on it. You just can't fetch itself. Yeah, back to Trump Card. So basically, yeah, Trump Card is being used in order to disrupt things, but more importantly, it's being used to ensure that turbo decks never decked out, which was bad. And as a result, it got banned after, basically, we saw the advent of an incredibly powerful version of Seismitoad, which is best decking format. Ooh, Secret Rare versus Secret. Damn. Oh, this is one of the best cards in the entire game, and getting like this, damn. Value box. So, versus Seeker has a powerful effect. It is, you can take a supporter card in your discard pile and put it into your hand. So, it grabs back any supporter card, like the aforementioned Lysander's Trump card. Because this thing is in the game, Trump card became incredibly stupid powerful. And an Executor too, which is pretty good, and a Trainer's Mail, an Electric Double Dragon Energy. Remember my old Garchomp deck where I had to like use all kind of random energies in order to let Garchomp use his attack for easier? This card basically is a double rainbow energy, but only for dragons. So you could just slap this on a dragon, and it now has 2 energies for its attack. It's meant to work with one of the Rayquaza EXs in the set. Dragon Rayquaza and Rayquaza EX. It has a powerful attack, 300 damage, but you have to discard your energy. But damn, that's nice. M Latios EX. Jesus Christ. Mega Turbo, that's pretty good. It attaches an energy from your discard pile onto an M Pokemon. I don't think I'm going to be getting any of the M Pokemon I wanted, which was Rayquaza and M Rayquaza EX. Just because they're like really good, but I can't complain about pulling a Shaman and a Versus Seeker. But yeah, as I keep getting sidetracked by shiny cards, basically what I'm saying is Lysander's Trump card was an incredibly stupid card. It was causing games to go on longer, prevented decks from decking out, eliminated deck out as a deck concept, although that's no loss to anyone. It requires a Spirit Link and Trainer's Meal. And as a result, Pokemon said, nope, this stuff is too stupid, let's ban it. And good for them, although it does disappoint me that it takes something of that level of stupid for Pokemon to come down and say, this is stupid. When really, there's like so many other things they could have like done, like, oh, Lysander's Trump card is incredibly stupid, it's a crime, we should have gotten rid of it. Yet, ooh, Dragonite. This is actually one of the better trait Pokemon. It has a Delta Plus ability, much like Articuno, except he's got 160 HP. Unfortunately, he's a Stage 2, which is awful in Pokemon, which leads me to one of the things I was going to talk about, is if they really thought Lysander's Trump card was cancer, and they shouldn't have made it. Here's my suggestion, why'd you make EXs? Like, I have not been very fond of the fact that Pokemon saw fit to bring back the EX mechanic, except in the form of 180 HP basics. I mean, that stuff is just stupid, and it's been part of the power creep that's been a huge problem with this game. Ooh, this Reshiram's pretty good. It has ability where once per turn you can attach a fire energy to one of your dragon Pokemon, which is great for one of the Rayquazas. There's 2 kinds of Rayquaza in this set, Dragon and Colorless. Colorless is the one I want. I saw a really neat idea for a build of Rayquaza, but I think I'm going to have to go a bit out of my way to build it. Got rid of my Gardevoir core. All I have really on me is a Night Rush deck, and I'm sorry I keep getting sidetracked about the whole Lysander's Trump card thing, but yeah, it's kind of big. I mean, Pokemon doesn't ban things that often. Like, this is the first time something's been outright ban-hammered since Neo Genesis is Sneasel and Slowking. So, Pokemon is fairly liberal when it comes to it. Wow, really? So, the fact that Lysander's Trump card was this powerful speaks volumes of how oops of a mistake they made. But yeah, back to the whole me ranting about EXs, I think they were a bad idea, and they shouldn't have been done, and until the EXs are gone, this game is still not going to be as good as it used to be. Granted, I haven't been playing for too long, but I was around for the tail end of the SD format, and I can tell you this stuff wasn't nearly as dumb, and Rayquaza EX, sweet! One of the cover cards of the set. So, base form EXs, I will say though, despite the fact I hate the EX mechanic, EXs, since X and Y have been less powerful than EXs from Black and White. Like this Rayquaza for 1 energy, it does 10 damage, but if your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, it does 50 more damage, so 60 damage, and then 3 energy for 100 damage, and you mill 3. Whereas the older Rayquaza EX was, you discard as many of one color, of 1 energy onto it as possible, do 60 damage times, or what have you. So, they have scaled down the X's, but because of that, they've made the Mega Pokemon much stronger. And then again, they kind of had to justify the whole you lose a turn for playing them. What am I going to do with all these promo cards? Ooh, Full Art Winona. Damn, this box is nuts. So Winona is part of the colorless support. Her effect is you search your deck for up to 3 colorless Pokemon and put them into your hand. So she searches out Rayquaza, and she also searches out the Shaman EX. And she could also search out Mega Rayquaza, and then just like that, you kind of have part of your deck engine going. Like, colorless is a really strong type. And most Rayquaza lists I've seen run 2 to 3 copies of her. I like the idea of running Pokemon Fan Club as well alongside it, in case you're playing a backup engine. Yeah, this is a pretty decent box. I mean, I didn't make my money back because, LOL, I'm in Canada and the conversion rate is terrible. Our boxes are worth way too much, but I got some of the cards I wanted and some decent trade fodder, which is what I'm probably going to do with the Gallade and Latios card. I'm also probably going to put these things up online. I don't know if people will bite them, but hey, it's like eBay listing. X number of Pokemon Trainer TCG cards for use. And maybe I'd value them at 50 cents per card. Yeah, because you get 36 packs in here, so that would be $18. Yeah. Or maybe I could charge it down a little less, but... Ooh, this is a good card. This Altaria has Delta Evolution. This ability here, its effect is you can play this card immediately on top of the base form, even during your first turn. It's like how back in the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver days, you had broken time space to allow instant evolving. That's what that Altaria does. And its ability is your colorless Pokemon have no weakness, which is great for Rayquaza colorless, as it has a lightning weakness. Oh, I see a Full Art Shaman EX. Wow. Okay, I have no complaints about this box anymore. This shit is busted. I'm pretty certain this card's gonna get a spin reprint though, just because that's how Pokemon is. It's like, oh hey, super powerful money card in the format. Let's reprint it. And then every Yu-Gi-Oh baller out there was like, so yeah, the colorless theme kind of strong, and then some of the cards in here just help support older themes like Toad. Seismitoad is best deck in format. Speed decks like Flareon and Night March also get a boost from some of the trainer cards, in particular Trainer's Post. This Banette will be good at some point, as its ability is each tool in play has no effect. So it'll shut off things like Floatstone, which is, I think, going to get rotated out. It hasn't been completely confirmed yet, but it's pretty much a given that the rotation for this year is going to be... Are you kidding me? Latios EX. Ooh, this card. I gotta talk about this for a moment. Actually, first off, rotation is probably going to be XY on. So, cards like Floatstone will be rotated out. Hypnotoxic Laser will thankfully be gone. And Mewtwo EX and Darkrai and Landorus will finally be gone. That being said, let's talk about this card. So this is Latios EX, which was the basis of an extremely powerful deck in Japan, and one of the reasons why Trump card got banned, as in Japan they play in the extended format, so you could use things from Black and White on, including Plus Power. And you would just use Plus Power on this over and over and over again, and you would just Trump card them back in and repeat the following turn. The reason why is, Latios EX has an attack called Fast Raid, where it is, if you go first, you can use this attack on your first turn. Now, one of the big rule changes over from Heart Gold, Soul Silver onto Black and White was that you couldn't attack on the first turn to prevent donking. Well, this card can, and it was the basis of a powerful donk deck in Japan. And I think it even topped a regional or something here. I don't know all the details, but Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Trump Card got banned, was just because you pump it up, knock out an EX before they can even say go, taken down on the word go, and yeah, you would just dock your opponent, and that's bad. So, yeah, more reasons why Trump Card got banned. Like, the card should never have been printed alongside a couple other things, but oh well. And last pack of the set. Pretty good box. And is it going to top off anything? Nope. All right. So, yeah, that was the box. So, notable pulls include. Let's just organize this. Okay, so here's a quick recap of what I pulled from the box and basically everything that I'm either keeping and or going to trade. So, yeah, let me just move this camera up. We pulled Latios EX, M Latios EX, Rayquaza EX, M Gallade EX, 2 Shaymin EX, one of which full art, 2 Dragon Zekrom, 1 Dragon Reshiram, 1 Dragonite, 1 Salamence, 2 Swallow with the Delta Plus ability, 1 Skarmory with Culver Family, 3 Swablu, 3 Dragon Altaria, 1 Colorless Altaria, 1 Articuno Reverse Foil, 1 Executor Reverse Foil, Secret Rare versus Seeker, 3 Skyfield, 5 Trainer's Mill, 5 Ultra Ball, 3 Switch, 3 Mega Turbo, 2 Revive, 3 of Gallade and Latios Spirit Link, plus 1 Rayquaza Spirit Link, 4 Winona, one of which is full art, 3 Steven, 3 Wally, 2 Double Dragon Energy, and then these are the TCG online coupon cards that I'm just going to try and trade or sell off. Probably eBay this set of 36 and then just look for the other ones that I have. Because I have some from like packs from the last couple months, so they should still be good. And yeah, I just don't play Pokemon TCG online anymore, so I might as well just trade them off to people who will. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll get some more Pokemon stuff on here in the future. I know a couple more people who are starting to play the game, so I should actually be able to get either a couple games, profiles, or actually get around to building a legitimate deck again, which I haven't done since Zekrom Eels and Team Plasma. Now that Team Plasma is pretty much done. It's getting rotated out in a couple months anyway, so I got rid of my core for a very good cause too. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, this is Boost 9, jacking out.